Some SUVs are so reliable, they make a hammer look fragile. Built like adamantium, these machines rack up miles like it's nothing, and most people have no clue they exist. Today, I'm showing you the most indestructible SUVs you can actually afford. They're tough, underrated, and one of them costs less to own per year than your Netflix bill. Kicking off this list is a compact SUV that came out swinging back in 2007, the first-generation Acura RDX. This thing was ahead of its time, turbocharged engine, all-wheel drive, and a cabin that felt more German luxury than Japanese sensible. Under the hood, it packs a 2.3-liter turbo four-cylinder, pushing 240 horsepower, paired with Acura's SHAWD system that genuinely makes it fun in the corners. Not something you expect from a crossover, but here's where it really earns its adamantium badge: long-term reliability. Owners routinely report crossing 200,000 miles with nothing more than routine maintenance. And even though it runs a turbo, it doesn't act needy. Just give it synthetic oil and watch it go. Fuel economy isn't stellar at around 19 city and 24 highway, but it's a small price for something this solid. Interior materials still hold up shockingly well. The tech was ahead of its era, and you can now find clean examples under $10,000. One owner on a forum said it best: "This RDX has been my daily driver for 12 years. Still drives like new." That's the kind of quiet durability most people overlook. Now we're stepping into full-size territory, and the second-generation Toyota Sequoia doesn't just step in, it stomps. If the Acura RDX is the quiet overachiever, the second-generation Toyota Sequoia is the full-blown tank in a tailored suit. Launched in 2008 and running all the way through 2022 with only mild updates, this thing is built on the same platform as the Toyota Tundra, which means it's as close to a bulletproof SUV as you can get without joining the Secret Service. Under the hood, you're usually looking at a 5.7-liter V8 pushing 381 horsepower. That engine is legendary for lasting well over 300,000 miles when properly maintained. And despite its size, the Sequoia manages decent comfort and surprisingly good handling for a big SUV. Inside, it's spacious enough to fit the entire family plus their luggage or a few sheetrock panels if you're that kind of practical. Now yes, it drinks fuel like a frat boy at spring break. We're talking around 13 city and 17 highway, but owners happily trade MPG for bulletproof reliability and insane towing capacity. And here's the kicker: this generation holds value like crazy. Even 15-year-old models can still go for $20,000 or more in good condition because people know what they're buying. As one owner put it, 3 kids, 2 dogs, 1 boat, and my Sequoia hasn't blinked in 10 years. Enough said. Quick pause: if you're enjoying this list of SUV legends that just won't quit, go ahead and hit that like button. It helps more people find hidden gems just like these. And if you've owned one of these beasts or have your own indestructible SUV story, drop it in the comments. You might just help someone dodge a lemon or find their forever ride. Alright, back to the list, and the next one might just surprise you the most. Now here's one you probably didn't see coming: the second-generation Volkswagen Touareg, sold in the US from 2011 to 2017. Most folks either forget about it or assume it's just another over-engineered Euro SUV with a high repair bill. But here's the twist: the Touareg, especially with the 3-liter TDI diesel, is one of the most shockingly durable luxury SUVs you can buy under the radar. That diesel engine? It's the same V6 used in Porsche and Audi SUVs, but in the Touareg, it's wrapped in a sleeper suit. You get 240 horsepower and over 400 pound-feet of torque, plus highway fuel economy up to 29 miles per gallon. And here's the kicker: those TDI models are post-Dieselgate, which means they were recalled, fixed, and now come with extended warranties and a cult following among folks who know how well built they really are. Inside, it's all soft-touch materials, elegant design, and a real sense of quality that doesn't fade. Yes, maintenance can cost more than a Japanese rival, but the trade-off is German engineering that, when properly serviced, will cross 200,000 miles with zero drama. One Touareg TDI owner wrote, "I tow a camper, commute 100 miles a day, and this thing hasn't flinched once." So yeah, it's a luxury SUV that's secretly a long-haul champion. If there's an SUV that defines sleeper hit, it's the Hyundai Veracruz, sold in the US. From 2007 to 2012, this mid-size crossover came and went with barely a whisper, but underneath that anonymity is a seriously overbuilt machine that's aged like a fine bourbon. The Veracruz came with a 3.8-liter V6 making 260 horsepower, paired with a smooth 6-speed automatic and either front-wheel or all-wheel drive. It was Hyundai's first real stab at the premium SUV market, and they didn't hold back. The ride is quiet, the seats are plush, and you get features like dual-zone climate, backup sensors, and even a power tailgate on higher trims. It was gunning for the Lexus RX, and while it never quite got there in brand cachet, the reliability is genuinely impressive. What makes it adamantium tier is how well it holds up over time. The engine and transmission are proven to cross 200,000 miles with little more than oil changes and timing belt replacements. Parts are cheap, repairs are easy, and you can grab one for under $8,000 all day long. One longtime owner wrote, 10 years, no major repairs, and it still drives better than my friend's new SUV. Nobody's talking about the Veracruz, and that's exactly why it's still so affordable. It's a hidden fortress on wheels. The second-generation Suzuki Grand Vitara, sold in the US from 2006 to around 2013, is one of the most overlooked but rugged SUVs you can still get for pennies on the dollar. Most people pass it by thinking it's just another soft roader, but underneath that mild exterior is a proper ladder frame on unibody setup and available low-range four-wheel drive. That's right, this thing is more truck than crossover. Engines ranged from a 2.7-liter V6 early on to a 2.4-liter four-cylinder in later models. Neither will win drag races, but they're simple, naturally aspirated, and known for going the distance with basic maintenance. The real charm here is durability and versatility. You get a compact SUV that feels planted on the road, but is shockingly capable on dirt, snow, and anything in between. Fuel economy is decent, reliability is solid, and parts availability is better than you'd expect thanks to global production. And because Suzuki exited the US market in 2012, resale values plummeted, which is great news if you're buying. You can find well-kept models for $5,000 to $7,000, and owners rave about them lasting forever. One Grand Vitara owner wrote, 180,000 miles, original engine, original transmission, and it still climbs hills like it's brand new. If you want a small SUV that refuses to die and doesn't mind getting dirty, the Grand Vitara is your secret weapon. Now, if we're talking about SUVs that were built to last and not just to look pretty at the grocery store, we've got to talk about the second-generation Nissan Xterra. Sold from 2005 to 2015, the Xterra was one of the last true body-on-frame SUVs in its class, and it wasn't shy about it. This thing was made for dirt, rocks, snow, and anything else that would scare off a modern crossover. Under the hood, you get a 4-liter V6 pumping out 261 horsepower, paired with a rugged 5-speed automatic or a 6-speed manual for the purists. It's not fancy, in fact, that's kind of the point. The Xterra was designed to be used and abused, with features like a roof rack with built-in gear storage, washable cargo areas, and in the Pro 4X trim, real off-road tools like a locking rear differential and skid plates. And durability? Rock solid. Many owners report crossing the 200,000-mile mark with nothing more than basic maintenance. One Xterra owner said, "I've taken mine through sand, snow, and more mud than I care to admit, and it still runs like the day I bought it." Fuel economy is average at best, but if you want a go-anywhere SUV that can handle the apocalypse, the Xterra has already proven itself in the wild. Now, if you need serious space and stamina in one package, the Ford Expedition might just be your ride or die. We're talking about the 4th-generation model, starting in 2018, though even the late 3rd-gen versions from around 2015 are worth a look. This SUV isn't flashy, it's functional, big, bold, and built to go the distance. The heart of it is Ford's 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6, putting down up to 400 horsepower in higher trims. But what really matters is how long these engines last. It's not uncommon to see Expeditions with 250,000 miles still towing boats, hauling families, or crushing long road trips. The 10-speed automatic transmission is smooth and surprisingly refined, and the interior, especially in limited and platinum trims, feels more like a luxury lounge than a truck-based SUV. Fuel economy? Let's just say it prefers a full tank, expect around 17 combined. But when it comes to capability and reliability, it's one of the few modern full-size SUVs that still delivers old-school durability with modern comfort. Owners back it up too. One even said, "Mine's passed 100,000 miles with nothing but oil changes and a set of shocks." It's big, yes, but it's also one of the most dependable full-size SUVs you can still buy without entering luxury brand territory. If longevity is what you're after, the Chevrolet Suburban is in a class of its own. A study by iCars.com ranked it as the second most longest-lasting vehicle, with countless examples cruising past 200,000, even 300,000 miles. Yes, this full-size behemoth has been on roads since the 1930s, but what stands out today is its modern toughness. Built on a rugged truck platform, the Suburban offers immense cargo and passenger space, legendary towing muscle, and a suite of durable V8 engines and robust automatics. Maintenance? Straightforward, this isn't high-end luxury. It's dependable American steel that tolerates hard work. Owners routinely drive them daily, hauling family, boats, trailers, you name it, these things just keep breathing. Fuel economy is predictable, think single digits to teens, but if your priority is a vehicle that won't give up the ghost long after your neighbor's luxury crossover has gone to the junkyard, this is the Titan you want. Finding a solid Suburban under $15,000 may be tough, but well-maintained mid-teens models often show up in the 20 to 30,000-mile range, and they're still ticking strong. If James Bond needed an off-roader that could survive a chase, a blizzard, and a trip to Costco in one day, he'd probably pick the Lexus GX460. Underneath its polished, buttoned-up exterior, it's actually a Toyota Land Cruiser Prado in disguise. That means old-school body-on-frame construction, full-time four-wheel drive, and a naturally aspirated 4.6-liter V8 that just doesn't quit. This engine delivers 301 horsepower and is mated to a 6-speed automatic that's smooth, strong, and proven. And while it doesn't sip fuel, averaging around 15 to 19 miles per gallon, owners don't care. Why? Because this SUV routinely crosses the 200,000-mile mark without blinking. The interior is also peak Lexus, soft leather, real wood, and controls that feel like they'll last until the heat death of the universe. And maintenance? Surprisingly affordable for a luxury badge because under the hood it's pure Toyota. As one owner said, "It's the only SUV I've owned that makes me want to drive it until it dies, but I don't think that's even possible." You'll pay a bit more up front, usually starting in the low $30,000 range for clean used models, but it's one of the few luxury SUVs you can buy with confidence that it'll outlast your next 2 smartphones and probably your next 2 cars. These SUVs don't just run, they endure. They outlast trends, chew through mileage, and prove you don't need a brand new badge to get legendary reliability. From forgotten gems to full-size titans, these are the rides that just won't quit. So which one would you trust in your garage? Let us know in the comments. And if you want more smart picks like these, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for your next Auto Ally deep dive.